Welcome to Bioratna. Those of you who are watching my video for the first time, let me introduce myself. I am Chandana Sengupta, having 18 plus years of teaching experience. I am honored to be recognized as Excellent Educationist by HRD Ministry, Government of India. Few of my suggestions have been incorporated in Standard 11th and 12th NCERT Biology. Many of my students have taken admission in government medical colleges, and every session for 12th board I have given my bio toppers with 98 or 99 marks. I am very passionate about my teaching. I love and care for my student. Your aim, your goal to become a doctor, you are naturally very passionate about it. And if you find my videos helpful in achieving your goal, then immediately subscribe and hit the bell icon so that the videos reach you in time without missing a single topic. In the series of videos based on the different topics from the chapter Reproduction in Flowering Plants, the first topic is of course the structure of a typical flower. Understanding the structure of the flower will help you to understand the flower's journey to become a fruit, enclosing the seed and the little life inside it. I will also be covering the related topics from Standard 11th Morphology of Flowering Plants. This will help you understand the Standard 12 chapter better. At the same time, it will give you a revision for your NEET exam. One thing I promise you students is that not a single point of NCERT will be missed in the lectures. So you don't have to worry during exams whether the lecture is sufficient or not. Also, in the description box, you will find the link for the class notes for the whole chapter. This is also thorough notes. You go through it. One thing I want from you is that take proper care to clear all your concepts. हर वीडियो में उससे रिलेटेड हर क्वेश्चन आपका क्लियर हो जाना चाहिए. So we start with today's chapter, the flower. Flower, as you know, with its different size, shape, its color, it is really a thing of beauty. Human beings have always expressed their love, their grief, whatever occasion it may be, human beings have always taken the help of the flowers. But for a biologist, flower is a morphological and embryological marvel. And for a plant, flower is its sexually reproducing organ. We start with the most simplest thing which you know, that is the 4 different whorls of a flower. Answer one question. What is a typical flower? Typical flower. What do you mean by a typical flower? Whenever a question comes, pause the video, write in comment box whether it is right, whether it is wrong, try it. Make the class a communicative one, students. It is a huge, large class in which we are all sitting together. So what is a typical flower? You got the answer? Typical flower is that flower in which all the 4 whorls, that is calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium are present. Which part can be missing? Can you think of a flower which is missing some of its parts? कौन सा part missing हो सकता है? Answer. ये तो आसान है कि if it is unisexual, it will be having only either stamen or pistil. So one whorl is missing. और थोड़ा सा difficult बताइए. That is, when the calyx, in some plants, calyx and corolla, these 2 different whorls are not there. In its place, there is perianth. In place of calyx and corolla, it is perianth, as in case of lily. Now we see the different parts of the flower. The stalk of the flower is called pedicel. So this is the pedicel. And its flattened uppermost part, which acts as a platform on which the 4 whorls will be arranged, this is called thalamus. Do you remember, can you recall the name of the stalk of the leaf? Yaad karo, yaad karo, yaad karo. It is, this is pedicel, and that is petiole. The stalk of the leaf is petiole. Okay, come back. This is thalamus. On the thalamus, this is the first wall, that is the calyx. This is calyx. Then the second wall is the corolla. This is corolla. Next one is the androecium, having group of stamens. Then the innermost is the female part, that is gynoecium. It again may contain one or many pistil. So this is the pistil. You also call it carpel. This one, ma'am forgot to label. This one, it is stamen, the male part. Done. Let me tell you one thing, students. In this topic, the structure of the flower, difficult concepts nahi aayenge, but you will find so many facts, and each fact is a potential MCQ. So you have to remember all the terms and all the examples from here. That will be your MCQ bank. Let us see the first one, that is calyx. If this is the calyx, it is outermost. Then it is, yes, green in color. Then its individual members are called, that is easy, that they are called sepals. Then what is their function? Their function is they protect the flower in bud condition. It protects the flower in bud condition. Fine. Then these sepals, the different sepals, if they are 3, their number can be 3, 4, 5 or multiple of it. Accordingly, they are called trimerous, tetramerous or pentamerous. What next? The calyx, the different sepals, they may be united with each other. If they are united, they may be united or they may be free. If they are united, then they are called, this one you can't recall, I am sure. Yes, it is gamosepalous. Gamosepalous. If they are free, then they are polysepalous. Done. This was about calyx. Next one is the corolla. It is because of the corolla only that we say that flower is so beautiful. So this corolla, its individual members are called petals. So this is one petal, this is another petal, this is another petal. Then this is second one, inner to the calyx. They are beautifully colored and their function is they attract the insects for pollination. They attract the insects for pollination. Similar to sepals, if they are united, then they are called gamo. The sepalous word will be exchanged with petalous. So it becomes gamopetalous. And if they are free, then it is polypetalous. Also, if their number is 3, 4, 5 or multiple of it, then it is called trimerous, tetramerous and pentamerous. This is about corolla. And in some plants, calyx or corolla, अलग-अलग words present नहीं रह सकते हैं. Then it is called perianth. Example, can you recall? The example is lily. In case of lily, perianth is present. It does not have separate calyx and corolla. So this one we have seen calyx. This one we have seen, that is corolla. Now the next one, that is androecium. Androecium. It consists of one or many stamens. This is male sexual part. What is the structure of stamen? The stamen has long stalk called filament. उसके ऊपर क्या है? And on top of it there are two anther lobes. There are two anther lobes. इन anther lobes के अंदर पोलन ग्रेन्स बनते हैं और पोलन ग्रेन्स के अंदर ये कैरी करता है मेल गमीट्स. Not one male gamete. It carries two male gametes. Can you tell me why is it carrying two male gametes? आप कहोगे मैम ह्यूमन बीइंग में इतने सारे मिलियंस ऑफ स्पर्म्स होते हैं तो क्या ये बेचारे प्लांट के पास दो गमीट नहीं हो सकते हैं? इन केस ऑफ ह्यूमन बीइंग्स ऑल द गमीट्स, ऑल द स्पर्म्स, दे आर कॉम्पिटिटर टू ईच अदर. हर कोई कोशिश कर रहा है कि कैसे वो एक तक पहले पहुंचे और एक को फर्टिलाइज करके जाइगोट बनाए. Whereas each pollen grain which is carrying two male gametes, उसमें से एक है जो जाइगोट बनाएगा फीमेल गमीट को फर्टिलाइज करके. Whereas second one, it also does fertilization. It also does fertilization, but then it does not form another competitor, another zygote. Rather, it forms a nutritive tissue जो zygote बना है पहले वाले से उसको खाना पहुंचाने में मदद करता है ना? When you see the nature, you go on studying biology and you will wonder कि कितनी छोटी छोटी mechanisms present है. The plant is not knowing about that. Now let us see about the number of stamens. Stamens can be many. These stamens all may remain free or they may form bundles. If they form bundles, then there may be these three different conditions. One, they all together form a single bundle. Then it is called monoadelphous. बताओ किसमें था? This was in case of China rose. Then if it forms two bundles, then mono को हटा दो. It is diadelphous. This is in case of bee. Now, if there are more than two bundles, then di की जगह poly कर दो. This is polyadelphous. As in case of citrus. This was about the number of stamens and accordingly they are bundling together. Now, the cohesion and adhesion shown by the stamens. Cohesion मतलब member of the same group joining together. जैसे stamens है वो अगर आपस में जुड़ते हैं. About it we just saw monoadelphous, diadelphous. Now about adhesion. Adhesion means it is joining to the member of another whorl. So if it is another whorl, this whorl may be petals, that is it is joining with petals. Then this condition is called epipetalous. Petal के ऊपर जाके जुड़ गया. This is epipetalous. Or it may get attached to the perianth. Then this is called epiphyllous. Epipetalous condition you will find in brinjal. This is in case of brinjal. And epiphyllous many times we have just revised, that is the lily plant. So this is lily. Done. Now the next, the innermost very important part, that is gynoecium. It is the innermost whorl. सबसे अंदर में है. So this is the innermost whorl. It may be made up of one or many pistil or carpel. What is the structure of pistil? It has three parts. The lower swollen ovary. What is the function of ovary? Ovary, inside it contains the ovule. In the ovule is present embryo sac which contains the female gamete. So ovary contains the female gamete. Next is the style. This style, it helps in the journey of the pollen tube from the stigma towards the ovary. And this is the stigma. On it, the pollen grains, they land. This ovary, it has a cavity inside. This space is called, what is it called? This is one important MCQ question. What is it called? It is called, yes, it is called locule. It is called locule. And यहाँ पे the most important एक structure है, that is ovule. It is attached to the wall of the ovary. There are many other ways in which the ovule attaches itself. जहाँ वो इस ovary wall से attach हुआ, that ovary tissue is called placenta. From the placenta will arise the ovule. These pistils, if they are more than one and they are all free, then this condition is called apocarpus. They are fused, then this condition is called, this is multicarpillary apocarpus. पहला वाला free वाला multicarpillary word डालना पड़ेगा कि ज़्यादा है. Here also fused में first we write multicarpillary and then we say syncarpus. Syncarpus means fused together. फ्री वाले का एग्जाम्पल याद है? ये एग्जाम्पल्स याद रखना बहुत ज़रूरी है बच्चों. किसी तरह से रिलेट करते हो. This is actually rose and lotus. Whereas the fused condition that you find in mustard and tomato. Mustard, tomato. सारे पॉइंट्स कवर हो गए. एक छूटा हुआ है ना. एंथर वाला जो लेंथ होता है ना बच्चे, एंथर की जो लेंथ होती है, इन द सेम फ्लावर द लेंथ में वैरी, कोई बड़ा कोई छोटा. फॉर एग्जाम्पल इन केस ऑफ सैल्विया एंड इन केस ऑफ मस्टर्ड द लेंथ वैरीज. और एक इम्पॉर्टेंट पॉइंट बता दें, मीन्स द sterile stamens, they are called staminodes. डन हो तो गया. बस अब इसके ऊपर बाकी टॉपिक्स हम लोग आगे बढ़ाते जाएंगे. इफ यू हैव लाइक दिस वीडियो, डू सब्सक्राइब, लाइक and hit the bell icon so that you go on getting all the videos. Have a great journey towards success, knowledge and happiness.